Okay, this is going to be a both coats situation. Because it's going to be cold out there.
It's going to be cold.
And the other thing I don't know where is, do you see the light? Of course. And the first game and this one so far are identically the same, except for there's some palette swaps. But it's basically like they just made more levels. I think the third game in the series actually behaves differently. But I don't know in what way. And there's a Game Boy one.
Oh man. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. Anybody? How do you tell a web browser to not cache? Like seriously? Come F5ing it and it's like, nope. You get the old picture, bro. He tells Kramer, he's like, oh, I got him in Malaysia. And I was really happy that you were getting glasses in Malaysia.
Oh man, I forgot about that. I told several people that. I got them in Malaysia.
Yeah. It's all vibes. I'll call a plumber right now. The Snatch Thief is back. Yeah, it's one of those you should have run that by. Maybe somebody sold left. I think that's possible. That Swedish guy or whatever just like yelled at me about something.
I wish the wiener could be a little more prominent in the video. There we go. We got a tripod for this wiener.
We could probably rig something up.
Let him stay around for a bit.
Oh, how about this? I have an idea. Why don't we put the wiener on a stick?
And then I can put it in my...
Cuttin says scene successfully switched to SRTLA.
We're doing a little bit of testing today. I'm using some hardware in a way I don't usually use it. We'll see how it goes. If it looks really bad, I don't know what I'll do.
Dragon Zordo says automatic lights. Mom's living in the future.
Automatic lights are the best, man. I love it. Super, super handy. Yeah, I don't know why the bitrate is so low. It could be that the way I'm delivering the signal is not great. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I'm going to give the Bella Box one more modem. So I got to put the SD card into another phone. But I mean, I'm on my like home Wi-Fi, so it shouldn't be bad. I do have TTS in my ear. Like the bit rate seems like it's like pitiful. Yeah, I just stuck it in my ear a second ago. All right. 3 modems. Is 3 the right number? Yeah, I think what it is, so I'm running the Pocket wirelessly right now, and I think it's possible that it just isn't delivering a high enough video quality. Does it look really bad? Like if I give it a lot of change, does it jump the bandwidth up? A little bit. Strange. I'm just worried it's going to start throwing us to BRB screens because it's so low. Okay, weird. All right, I've never streamed wirelessly off this before. Yeah, that lagging thing might be something that is a feature of this camera. It's like a bug. Anyway, I'm just doing it for the hell of it. There's no point in doing this. I don't want to set this thing up. There's like a section inside of the software where it's like, do you want to be smooth or HD or auto? What does that mean? How about all 3? Like, I want to automatically be smooth and high definition. Like, what the fuck? So, I don't know. Anyways, I'll show you what I've been up to lately around the house. It's kind of nice to just be wireless. So, yesterday, we finally put our helmets on the walls a couple days ago. So, it's like this ball. And then the helmet just goes up there. It's bolted into a stud. Katie's helmet is over here, which is very nice. And yesterday what I did is it's kind of ugly, but it's in the closet. Who cares? I ran this stuff with a power cable inside of it so that we can plug our helmets in and they can charge on these like zippy thingies. Boop. So that's nice and clean, and we can just charge them in the closet. And we don't have to worry about having them like bojangling all over the house and stuff. You just put them where they go and they can charge. So that was one thing that we did recently. And another thing that we did recently, slowly turning. Another thing that we did recently is, I gotta make sure I have the right cables unplugged because I don't have this set up yet. This is what we're gonna work on today. Another thing we did recently is we set up the TV so it can come out farther than the entertainment center sits, and then it can rotate to be in vertical mode. So I can play shooters like super big. It's fucking amazing. So today's project is hide the cabling so that you can't see any of the stuff running up behind the TV. So the TV appears to float. Dude, fuck Call of Duty. Oh, no. I play good shooters, not shitty shooters. I'm not a hipster, I'm just old. I predate Call of Duty games. Like when Doom came out, I was like, it's for the young kids. So anyways. This is what I've got. I got a couple of these things. Some of these things. So like cables can go through this. All right, so this thing needs to get mounted on the wall. And it's got like a little box and stuff, of course, to like mount it properly. So we're gonna have to put this on the wall, and then that's about it, because I don't have cables long enough, I don't think, to go through the wall. So one of these is gonna go behind the entertainment center, and one of these is gonna go behind the television. And then the cables are gonna run through the wall, like the HDMI cables and the power cable and stuff. Yeah, you know, if the camera keeps being a jerk, we'll switch to a different camera, or I'll plug this one in and have to deal with the cable. But yeah, the stutter is a problem that this camera has. So yeah, just yell at me if it's really bad. It's just a glitch with this camera. It would be nice if I could move around wirelessly, but if I just have to plug in the cable, it won't be the end of the world. So anyways, one of these down there, one of those up there. I went and I bought a drywall knife yesterday, so that hopefully I can cut this without it being a big nightmare. And we got to make sure there's no studs going horizontally in the wall. I don't think there are, but of course, with my luck, there will be. Some reason. And ukulele dude, what's going on? And we didn't find a glow rod yesterday to like run the cables through the wall, but I found this thing. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a clear plastic rod, and it was like $3. And it should be long enough because I think it's about 80 centimeters, and this thing's 100 centimeters. So I think I can make this work as a glow rod. This is technically an exterior wall, so there's probably insulation in it. So that could be a problem, but I have no idea what it's going to look like, what kind of insulation. I don't have any idea what I'm going to run into when I get into the wall. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is pull the entertainment center out. And again, like seriously, if the Skippy is really obnoxious, tell me and I'll just move over to a cable. I might just do it anyways. The bit rate is recovered now, but I suspect it'll still have jittery footage. Just because of the glitch. Our teeth, yes. Yeah, there's going to be, Barb, you're not wrong. There's going to be poor insulation. Let's put it that way. Okay. I need to get some wire snips and a screwdriver. I'll be right back. OBS looks like it's dropping frames. Hamburgers. Maybe? Yeah, I've got 26,000 drop frames. But it's not doing it now. Hold on, let me move this around, see if it drops. Maybe not. Maybe OBS is okay. It's probably the camera. Yeah, man, being able to drill in walls is just amazing. It's so much nicer than living this life of no wall. Okay, so I'm just removing, there used to be this brace that went from the entertainment center to the TV to hold the TV to the wall if there was an earthquake. I'm just pulling that off now because we don't need it anymore. And it's just extra crap that doesn't need to be back there. Okay. Anybody else still got their Wii sensor bar? Gonna have to run that bastard to the wall. Less stuff to knock over. By the way, I love those speakers. Freaking amazing. Okay, so the idea is turn this and have enough cable. It's touching a bunch of shit down there. Being very careful here. Okay. It was kind of hard to find a TV that would like rotate like that, by the way. Like most TV mounts don't do that. Okay, so the idea is that we're going to need to put one of these plates down below, down here behind the entertainment center. The HDMI cables and the power cable and stuff will go through this, up the wall, and then come out up here so they can then go into the TV, and then you won't see any of the cabling between the entertainment center and the TV. So it'll make it look like the TV is like floating or whatever, right? Because right now there's all these black cables that go up to it. It's gnarly looking. When it was on stands, when it was sitting on the entertainment center, I was able to just like cleverly wire them up the feet, and you never saw the cables because it was like I tied them to the feet all tightly, and some of them that weren't black, I wrapped in like black stuff, so it made them all disappear. So anyway, that was the solution. But when it's floating, obviously, like, what are you gonna do? You got to be able to do something else. So this is what we're gonna do, and I want to mount one of the first one of these. I'm gonna mount at the bottom, so if I fuck up, it's hidden really well behind this thing. And I'm going to try to mount it at the same height as all the other plugs in the house, so that if for some reason this thing is never here and we want to just cover that stuff up, you can just use a blank and just put it over it, and it doesn't look like ridiculous. Like you don't have this thing like in normal areas, and then it's some weird height level. Katie's making fun of me about how I speak lately, and now it's got me all Feeling weird about myself. So anyway, the scary part about this is I have to cut into the wall. I'm pretty nervous about this. So I figured I'd do it live. So if everything sucks, they'll laugh at me. So this is the type of box that we're using because we're not going to be mounting to a stud, obviously. So the way that this works is that I'm going to put this to the wall where I want it to go. And I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to trace the inside of the box to give myself a little bit of a square. And then I am going to cut it. And then we're going to stick this thing through the wall. And then you twist this with a screwdriver and these little arms come up and hold the box from coming out against the drywall on the inside. So they go in like that, down, and then when you twist it, they go up, and then you have a box that is fairly sturdy into the drywall. So that's what we're hoping. Photos, what up? Thanks for 18 months. Let me get my biggest cock. Height. And the drywall knife that I bought yesterday hopefully will be good. Wasn't that expensive. It was like $8 or something. It's got a point. So to me that makes it like easy to point, nothing. Or lost in the tone. Anyways, it's got a point, so it's like I think it'll be easy to start. And it collapses down, so it's a good shanking knife, man. You could really do some damage. Feeling kind of stabby. Okay. So we're gonna need to have this and this thing and a pencil and a tape measure. I don't have a level. That's the one thing I need to buy. I keep forgetting. I think about it when I don't have it. When I need it, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't have a decent pencil. But let me run upstairs. I think I have a better pencil upstairs. Phone is a level on a line on a wall. Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't trust these phone level things. I don't trust my phone for shit like that. It doesn't feel like it's long enough to actually be able to understand. What sketch? What happened? Thank you for the clip, by the way. I appreciate it. So anyway, I'll just eyeball it. How bad could it be? This one won't be that bad because it'll be easy to see if it's parallel to the to this, and that's kind of all that matters. This one down here is kind of freeballing a little bit. So anyway, so I want to mount it on this side. So there's a stud here, and this thing is screwed into a stud. Well, I don't understand what looks sketchy. The TV like hanging. Feels a little sketchy to me too, to be real. Okay. It's only 55 inches, so to me that's not huge, no. Okay, so I'll get the, one more tool. I got a thing to test to see where the studs are. Okay. We got one of these things. It's like a really low-tech stud finder. I don't know if you guys have seen these, but you make it loose. So you put it on the wall, and then you push it against the wall, and a needle comes out. And if the needle hits the stud, you know, and if it doesn't, you know. That's how we're finding studs. I don't have one of the electronic things. Okay. All right. So let me just double think this out. Yeah. Barb, the TV's off access from where I'm going to be cutting. It's going to be a little tight with this thing here, but I think I can still do it. Okay, so just again, I'm going to take this box. I'm going to put it on the wall. You guys are the wall. So I'm going to put it like this against the wall. Then I'm going to trace the inside of the box. That's going to be my cutting point. So I assume that like it might be a little tight. These studs are wooden. Some of them are metal. Thank God they're not metal. This would have been a problem if they were metal. It would have been harder to screw into. It's a little different there. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty confident there's not a stud running horizontally in the wall, which is like, I don't want to cut all these big holes and then go to run my cable and like, donk, like, fuck me, somebody put a stud this way for some reason, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to put the cables in and run them down and not have to worry about having a stud in the wall. Just because it sounds hollow. Because like a stud sounds like that. That sounds like that. So I think we're good. So tape measure is right here. And I'm going to figure out where the bottom, how high these plugs are. Here's an easy one to get to. Okay, so from the floor, the jacks are 19 centimeters. I do not have a weight. I have I'll show you. So I think there's going to be insulation in the walls. So string and a weight might not work. I have to have something I can force through and push down. So I got this clear, like kind of flexy thing. It's like I don't know what it's for, but it was like $3. And I can push this through. It acts like as a glow rod. So that's the plan. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work, but it should be long enough. Just barely. So I'll tie a string to this and then push it through. Or tape a string to it or whatever. I do have string. I don't know where it is, but I have it. Okay, so this thing is going to go on here like this. So I want the bottom of the plug to be at about 19. Yeah. I want to run the HDMI cables. Okay. So I'm just gonna find, I don't know, like that far off, maybe. Should be okay. I don't want it to be too far, but like 10 centimeters off the TV. And then So the TV is at like 149. So I put this plug at 139 off the wall. $139. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. So 139 from the wall. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter one way or the other when the TV is rotated. I mean, I guess like if you're walking in from this direction, it might look better if the cables are all on that side. So I mean, maybe that might, yeah, maybe I should put it on the other side. It's gonna be harder. Like I'm gonna have to move all this shit again. who rotates their living room? Me. That's what the whole purpose of this mount is. I want to be able to turn my TV on the side so I can play Garuga. I play vertical video games. Yeah, the camera's really hot. It's like brutally hot. All right, maybe you're onto something. I think you might be right because like nobody will ever come into the room from this angle. So even if you can see it a little bit, this would be cleaner. Yeah, we'll do it over here. Good call. This is why I got you guys on the payroll. It's like pouring rain, like cats and dogs today. Like it's like horrible outside. And like, look at the, these are all the cherry blossom petals, like all stuck to our window. They were like flowing down earlier because we had a shit ton of rain or wind. Katie went out in that. Yeah, I'm not sure how much cable I actually need. I know it's going to be about 80 centimeters between the two. But then, like, for the TV to turn and everything, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all set up so that I can run like a test cable. I don't know how long the cables are going to need to be, but it's within like the logistical distance a cable can be. But I'm going to have to figure out with like a string, like take it to the different devices and then run it up, fasten it to the mount so that when the TV happens, the flex happens in this half of the cable rather than pulling on everything down here. But yeah, I mean, I probably got to buy a bunch of new HDMI cables. But I got to get this like to this point first so I can figure out what the actual measurement really is going to be. Okay. So again, like right about there. That seems about right. There's no studs there. So that seems kind of where I'll end up putting it. So from this wall, that is 113. And then 19 up. Freaked out about this TV. So it's like hovering there, freaking me out. I'm gonna move this too so we can get the TV a little farther away. Who's excited about the first cut? You guys on the edge of your seats? It's gonna be harder to cut on the side. Put my anus over there. Okay, so I need to figure out 113 and then roughly 19 off the floor. Doesn't have to be like exactly perfect. Right about there. Yeah. Have a handsaw. Okay. So then, how big is this thing? That's going to be like the... Then this thing is 11 and a half tall. So from there, go up about 11 and a half. Trying to kind of just eyeball it to make it as straight as I can. And then 113 from here. If you're wearing a straight. Because that shit don't look straight. Like that really don't look straight. I measured something wrong. I must have. 113. Seems okay. Okay. I guess. Okay. So now I'm going to put this box on the wall. You guys can't really see. I'm gonna put it on the tooth. The tooth hold things. Okay. So put this box on the wall kind of like near where I had the things. Like that. And then trace the inside of the box. And if a box should be smaller than what we need, which is fine, we'll start with that, and then we'll expand it as we need to go. Is that an earthquake? Oh, it's probably an airplane. This is what we're cutting with. I got a cutty here. Man, that box don't look even. That's like super not even. It's all crooked and shit. All right, we might try this. Try our measurements one more time. So what was this? 19. So 19 is there. Nope. But I have a rubber chicken. Will that help? I know this is all just going to get disintegrated when I cut it, but I just don't want this to be confusing. That looks better. Something like that. It's a bit hard to get my head down here. You actually have a better view than I do. You guys are ready? We're gonna do this? God. Is this a good idea or a bad idea? You guys trust this? Yeah, this is nerve-wracking. Okay. So I'm gonna cut kind of like down that hole. Oh no? What? Should I stop? Am I waiting? Just a double check here. There's no stud there. How hard could it be? Yeah, this is pretty sharp. I think I can just jam it in there. But if I can't get it through, I'll get a drill. Yeah, I'm gonna get the drill. There is insulation in wall. Cutting with my lasers. Okay, I don't know if this will be big enough, but we'll do this on the inside part, of course. Hey, Moderator Man, what's going on? Good to hear from you. All right, guys, we're cutting wall. Tell me when to stop. So Sumo, I want to put an HDMI cable from here to here. My TV is here. So HDMI cables will be on the inside of the wall. How's it look? Looks all right. Looks pretty straight. Just cut it with the drill. Save $8. On this episode of Eric should have probably turned off of the electrical in case he cuts into a wire. In this episode of Somebody Called the Police, a honky killed himself. cabinet. This is a good knife. Worked well. Yeah, man, out in Japan, I bet it's just dangling on the walls. Yeah, I'm gonna put a HDMI cables through the wall. All right, look at that, guys. We got a hole in the wall. Fuck yeah! Woo! It's hot as nuts in here. That's stressing. Yes, Barb. It's wonderful. I'm cutting holes in my walls. Okay, so I'm going to assume this is going to need to be bigger. I think I went a little too small. A little too small is better than a little not big enough. So I'm just going to kind of start shaving off a little bit. Looks like I went quite a bit too small. And what about the width? Widded it. He widded it and the heighted it. I do have an AC window unit. Well, it's not a window unit, it's a wall unit. Cutting holes in my walls. Look at that, man. A little tiny insulation in there. I do not have a stud finder. I'm not really sure what the process would be for what I'm doing right now, like making it bigger. It feels like a file would be good. Just tying you up. Yeah, I'm noticing that the paper is coming off like in a bad way. It's a good idea. Sorry, bear it back one more time. Yeah, I mean, most of it's going to be behind the plate, so I'm not that worried. But let's see here. I don't know.
might have already caused enough damage to it that it's like, maybe cut it like that or something. I don't know. I don't really know how. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because I don't know how far I need to cut because I don't know how big the hole needs to be, like exactly. It's getting complicated with that kind of math. And okay, looks like the verticalness is correct at this point. So I just need to make it a tad wider. There we go. That was good. Just a little more. Yep, much better. This is, for the record, guys, this is my first time doing this. So I'm kind of learning, and I picked the plate that would be low on the wall to do first on purpose. Where is it resisting? Stop resisting! Well, that wasn't a good joke. I shouldn't tell that kind of joke. I think it's still a little bit on the bottom. It did not come with a template. Came template. Nice. Up. What's that mean?
That was fun. I am a little surprised he... What's up? Can we go between his legs? Yes. Whoa, 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 what was that? What was that? Oh no. Oh no. Did Mega Bowser just like blast on me?
Hopefully it's back. Exactly weird. I'm just gonna run the cable box. It's not a big deal. I'm probably gonna run a cable. Yeah, probably just the same thing I just did for the next hole. Traced the inside the box, but it didn't work out that well. Hey, hey! We got a hole in the wall with a box. How about that shit? All right. So in theory, all you do is this. And then turn this thing. Running a HDMI cable through the All right, kids. This piece has to go down first. It just doesn't click in. I think it has to be screwed in with the screws. There's going to be one of these things at the bottom and one of these things at the top. Let's see what it looks like. Looks about right.
Yeah, a pack of dry ice for my phone, that's actually not a bad idea, but I got to be able to keep it. I wonder if I could have some sort of like thing I could put on the phone, on the back of the phone, that would be cold, that I could fill with cold water. It would be easier to hold. That sounds insane, but yeah, like straight up, my gear is overheating. Let me see if my hotspot is doing okay. Is anybody else hearing audio buzzing, or is it just these? These are...
Okay. I put us on a cable. End of that experiment. The experiment was running the camera wirelessly. It's just too glitchy. I think it's overheating. So it looks like this has to be screwed in first. Yeah, we've had these tooth tiers for lamps for a really long time. Yeah, it looks like we're in good shape. I'm going to risk having to take all this off again later. I just want to make sure it looks like how I want it to look before I cut another hole in the wall. No, well, I mean, yeah, sort of. I mean, sort of. The plugs have got to fit through the hole one way or the other. But I just want to see how this looks to make sure I'm happy. And like I said, if I have to pull it off again, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. But I'm not going to be able to pull the cable today because I don't have the cable. All right, we happy? Looks okay. It's good color and everything. Worked out well. Cool. All right, this is gonna do. One more. The screw is excessively long. It's gonna get in the way of the fucking cables. The horizontal framing dwang. I don't know what a horizontal framing dwang is, but we mounted our TV on the wall. Okay, so now basically I just want to make another one of these holes up here next to the TV mount. And go ahead and just erase any excessive writing that I did. Don't need the Holy Scriptures up on the wall forever. Yeah, okay. I'm happy. That came out clean. I've been pretty nervous about doing this. So that means I can fuck up another one up here. I'm just trying to think out. So this one, the verticalness isn't nearly as something I need to worry about. But I do need to worry about the left-rightness so that it doesn't get totally far off. But this one can be a little more loosey-goosey because I don't have to worry about it conforming to the other plugs on the floor. Okay. I didn't think about this, but you could mount it sideways. Like it matters, really? No. I mean, whatever. It's not going to make the hole bigger if it's sideways, you know? It's going to matter. Okay. So this one is going to get mounted up there. How far from it? It was 113 centimeters from the wall, which is where I had the edge. So we'll kind of just aim for the same thing and kind of in this area. Well, I have to measure from the wall because there's no TV mount down there to measure off of. So, but yeah, I mean, of course they want to be between the same studs. So that's 113 on the money. And I already have a mark there that is at 113. So this is the starting point. Oh, like going this direction? Yeah, I'm 99% sure I don't have any. It's like, sounds hollow. Okay, I think it sounds hollow because this is a stud. It's not. And I poked some holes to see if I found any. I don't think there are any.
At this point, the edge of the TV mount. Oh, like just keeping it like vertical, like even, like here. Yeah. But I also need to know like where on the wall to put it, and I got to measure it off the wall for that. But yeah, for this now, I could just see what this is, and it looks like it is 12.5, and then put another mark at 12.5, and then we'll be able to line it up a little easier. So, and I mean, it only kind of matters. I mean, this is going to be behind the TV, like, at all times. So, I mean, if it's not like, if it's just off a tiny bit, it's not a huge deal. This is not the end of the world. Okay, so same thing as earlier. Double, measure twice, cut. Well, in this case, I had to cut like 10 times. It's actually a little farther. So it's actually like 15, it's like probably like 18 or so. Then we're just going to do the same kind of messy process. And I've got another line over here I can put it against to give me kind of like an idea of what vertical is, which is kind of handy, like the wallpaper line, which is probably not perfectly straight, but it's probably pretty close. Okay. Looks pretty close. I think it's close enough for this. It's 70, 75, 77 or so. 77 or so. It's about the same. All right, let's screw. I don't know. Something. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. Where's my cutty? Oh, here it is. That man. Straight as an arrow. Maybe a little too far down. Uh-oh. Yeah, exactly. We're just going to assume that's about how much we had to cut off earlier. Okay. Okay, we have 2 holes in the wall. ASMR, it's beautiful sounding. Okay, once again, it's too small now, which is better than too big. So if anybody needs any holes, I'm your dude. Okay, so I'm going to trim off about that much. Let's drywall. I'll be Mr. Hole. Anthony, did you see any of those Mr. Implant signs while you were driving around? Freaking everywhere. Just a cunt hair. Oh, it's this yeah if you're driving, I guess it's this got the kind of implant. You can tell by the guy's face though at this point. Like I recognize him. Okay, so I think the verticalness is vertical, and now we need to work on the horizontalness to make it a little bit wider. about down like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's his face, man. I'll take a picture of it one day. There's one corner where there's like 5 of them all in one corner in Hachioji. It's weird though. You see, it's the dude works in Hachioji, but you see signs for his shit like in central Tokyo. It's like, this is a little ambitious. Like, somebody's not going to go from Ikebukuro to Hachioji to get an implant from Implants on, but maybe he knows something I don't know. Oh, yeah. Teeth implants, not titty implants. But I don't know. Anything's possible. Yeah, I don't ever notice advertisements for breast implants, but I'm not exactly the target market. I mean, I guess I could get some implant titties. I don't know. I'd look all right with a couple of big bangers. I'm not hearing any no's. Katie's going to come home and we're going to think she's going to be like, wow, you put holes in the walls, great. But she's going to be like, damn, look at those double Ds you got today. That could really distract from something if you did something wrong in your relationship and you just don't want somebody to notice. Let's get a couple of big old titties. Titties. Okay. It's so freaking close. Yeah, I think it would be a soap kingdom if I got involved. One more little sliver. This one was cleaner. Second go is better. Will it fit? So why'd you replace it? It's so freaking close. I think the width is good and we need a tiny little more up and down. Maybe this is like a another little tiny bit at the top, and I think we're good. All right. Yeah, freezing to death isn't worth robot sex. Okay.
I think what I'm gonna do is clean all this shit up a little bit so that I don't end up with like too much bullshit all over my house. And could see, how's this gonna work? Is this gonna be the right thing? It's catching on the is this a vibrator?
I can feel it moving things. And we didn't get any, nothing stopped the motion, so I just gotta get the angle right, I think. Yeah. I don't. It's do. I can feel it, like moving things. It's really close to my hand. It's just getting stuck. Shit, I think it's inside of the insulation. Maybe. I think it's hitting the floor. Hope it's hitting the floor. How long is this thing? Is this long enough to hit the floor? Yep. That's exactly what's happening.
This is just going to take a few tries.
The issue with this rod is that the edge is like sharp. So I was thinking about, like, it's catching on shit, right? So I was thinking about, what if I like somehow made it rounder? But I think it's just going to be a bit of a trial and error until it works. Once we get it through one time, yeah, I might do that. But it's not stopping though. Like, I got it all the way to the floor. I just think it might be going inside the insulation. And yeah, I think it's in the insulation. Which in theory, then I should just be able to dig into the insulation with my hand. Boy, my fingers are going to itch. But I don't really want to... There's the floor again. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, I can feel it moving. I just can't, like, touch it. Aha! 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 I got my fingers. It's like I can touch it now. I'm like, I found the bottom of it. Okay, through. I do kind of wish it wasn't running through the insulation. I wish it was running on the paper side, like on the plastic side. I don't know how I would ever do that. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely starting on the... Yeah, that's the point. I'm gonna put a string through and just like make a loop on the string. You know what I'm saying? So while I run all the cables, it's just gonna be like a thing there. Yeah. I assume it's not going to be a problem. Like, I think it's just going to be, like, getting those HDMI cables are a little chunky. Like, getting them through the insulation. Yeah, I'll leave the string in there when I get it in there, too. Yeah, so I'm just going to run a string with, like, so it's like a circle. Yeah. I just wonder about, like, how is that HDMI cable going to deal with sliding through all of that insulation? Is it going to pull all the insulation up into a big knot? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think of a way that I would be able to do this. Hey, thanks for the bits. Appreciate it. Like, if there wasn't insulation, I could just put a weight on the string and drop it. But it's gonna get stuck by the insulation is like pushing against the wall to a certain degree. It's like really not because of the thing here. It's like ideally it wouldn't go through I'm trying to think of how I could do this in a way that with the tools that I have that trying to think if I have anything heavy to try the weighted string thing. But I think it's just going to get jumbled up on the insulation. I don't think there's any way around it. Thinking. Use the loop. I think I'm going to pull a string and then I'm going to try and run it again. Just so I have something. And then I'll pull the string and see if I can do it better. Yeah, that's a bit of a tricky one. Put a spike or point at the end. I don't understand what you mean. I'm gonna clean a little bit so that I don't end up with like drywall all over everything. So, give me just a second. It is, in fact, an outside wall. Sort of. So I'm trying to find a dustpan. Apparently we don't have one. So for the videos, I don't know where the fuck it went. So I'm gonna use a little box as a dustpan. Yeah, it's an outside wall kind of. The other side of it is the bicycle garage. So it's sort of an outside wall. But yeah, I'm not going to tear the insulation out. I've already ripped it up a bunch. I hope it doesn't make it like obviously colder. I don't think it'll matter that much. Let's see. This is for aesthetics. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's okay to have drywall in your lungs, right? So the goal by the end of the day is basically to be able to go onto Amazon and order the right cables. Okay, that's most of the chunks. Don't knock over your teeth, y'all. And I got a vacuum, so I'm going to move you guys away so it doesn't deafen anyone. Here, hang out with this pony for a minute. Yeah, it sort of is the best truck pony, isn't it? I can't think of any better ones. Ine Boo Boo? Yeah, he's down there. We still got him. We need to get a little white for him so he like glows. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is take a construction break while I have some lunch. Ine Boo Boo. I don't remember why. Ine, like, it's like, oh, that's good. Ine. And Boo Boo, I don't know why Katie just said that. I don't know. I gotta have that Katie. Some Katiness. Some Katie stuffs. Okay, so I'm gonna throw you guys on BRB so I can go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. And then I'm gonna have lunch. I'll just make something probably. Maybe just like cup noodle or something. Yeah, it'll be cup noodle for lunch. Yeah. So she might have said it because some sort of association there. Okay, I'll be right back. Can we go between his legs? Yes. Whoa, what was that? What was that? Oh no, did Mega Bowser just like blast on me? Ooh. Yeah, a pack of dry ice for my phone, that's actually not a bad idea, but I gotta be able to keep it. I wonder if I could have some sort of like thing I could put on the phone, on the back of the phone, that would be cold, that I could fill with cold water. It would be easier to hold. That sounds insane, but Yeah, like straight up, my gear is overheating. Let me see if my hotspot is doing okay. What's up? That kid had a coffee.
Apparently I have none of those things right now. Okay. Oh, another squeak. This is a different cock. It's not Dozo, but you just have to imagine. I thought that one was pretty good.
This goose is like, I don't care about you. You have a camera. Oh wow, it makes a weird noise. Good. Hold on, look at this picture. Yeah, I would have to get down really low, like this. He was probably the only dude, right? Of course. And the first game and this one so far are identically the same, except for there's some palette swaps. But it's basically like they just made more levels. I think the third game in the series actually behaves differently. But I don't know in what way. And there's a Game Boy one.
Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing.
Me to Mom's house and bring Agnes over to talk. You're going to Germany?
Ugh, Margie, I knew you'd be pissed. I knew it, and I don't want to hide things from you. Well, then next time just keep quiet.
We spoke about it, and now the okay, not just gonna have cup noodle. I think I'm gonna have cup noodle, like a raw egg, maybe some vegetable sticks or something. Doo-doo-doo. Here's the mug I got at the Maglev place a couple days ago. Shit is dope. Got a Maglev choo-choo. Some carrots and some chili. And we'll have another cup of tea. That's full of water. But not the right temperatured water. I feel like there's like things in my lungs that shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Like I got dust in there or something. I'm gonna be honking up drywall. Probably should have worn a mask. I probably have a bunch from the difficult times. Yeah, man, I am pretty stoked about this Maglev. It's gonna be fucking cool. The question of it is like, I don't know if anybody knows the answer to this yet, but the tickets are probably not going to be cheap. But yeah, it's probably going to be pretty amazing. But yeah, on Sunday I went out to the maglev test track and just checked it out. You didn't get to see any tests run, but they announce every week what the next week's test runs are going to be. So theoretically, on paper, we will stream. I'll stream. I'll hopefully be able to stream the test, like go out there and actually stream the thing, like shooting down the tracks. That'd be amazing. Man, I've been listening to Fiona Apple's newest album lately a bunch. It is freaking amazing. She made a killer record. Like 2020, 2021 or something. Yeah, I'll try to announce in advance if we're going to do a maglev stream beforehand. I'm not sure what one's got to do to like ride it. Like, I don't know how often they do that, or if you just have to be like a diplomat or something. I think Tom Scott got to ride it. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be cool. But I mean, it's still going to be like, even if it went to plan, which I don't know if it will or not because of the Shizuoka issue, it's not supposed to open until 2027, which I guess isn't that far away. But the Shizuoka thing, there's a bunch of drama there. The governor is like trying to stop the maglev from being installed because of environmental reasons, but the reality is probably is just somehow profiting from it because that's how politics works. But he just resigned because he called farmers all idiots. And that's not, you can't call, if you're the governor of Shizuoka, you can't call farmers idiots. Like, that's like basically the only rule. So he just resigned. So I don't know, maybe it's possible that this thing will get on track now. Because apparently it was like set to actually be opened on time, except for this 10-kilometer piece inside of Shizuoka that was being delayed by this dude. Yeah, better I lives in like frosty ass Canada, not hot ass Australia. Probably not the dream. What's another water? How much did I put in there? I changed my path. I was going to have a cup noodle, but I think I'm going to make a... I'm going to make a packet. No, that's probably right. I'll do margaritas instead. Save the cup noodle for being like really lazy. Yeah, Katie eats all sorts of weird shit. Like, would you trust? Do you honestly? Do you trust? Do you trust a woman who married me to give you advice about anything? Just keep that in mind. Like, much respect to the girl, but you know what I'm saying? Like, something's not quite firing. Chashu. What's up, Nick? We're going heavy on the ham today. Wait, we're going ham on the ham. I think I made a mistake. I should have measured that water. Oh. Getting those noodles out might be a hassle. Parsley, pepper, onions, some Thousand Island for my sticks. And I'm ahead of the game. That rarely happens. I was gonna make tea, but then I stopped. Fuck it. Bless the load. Okay, how am I gonna get the noodles from there into there, but not all the water? Ah! Where's the thing? There's like a... Where am I headed? Nowhere. I'm staying home today. Where the fuck is the arm? This is going to be a problem. There's like a clip that goes on the side of this thing so you can pick it up, but it's not in here where it always is sitting. Where did Katie put the arm? It's gonna be like in her room or something. Like she carried it up there by accident. What the fuck? How am I gonna pick up that pot? Aha! Don't blame Katie, blame your own stupidity. Okay. So, gotta get the noodles into the cup, but not all the water. Use my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a problem here. Okay, so water first. That seems like about enough water. And then all the noodles. The rest of the water falls out. And then noodles in. Haha! I'm a fucking genius. Yeah, it is. That's all I got. Water manipulation. Okay, and we can slam in the ham. I'll stick this up a bit first. Yeah, man, I fucking killed that. Gordon Ramsay. Be asking me for tips. These are onions, just like chopped up onions. It's way too much ham. That's okay. Looking good. Okay. Some tomatoes. And a tamago. Is this boiled? It is. This is a real gourmet ramen I make at home. Like, I take like a 70 yen thing of ramen, add 1,200 yen of ingredients, and get a ramen that's probably worth about, I don't know, 300 yen. Like, what's ridiculous about this is, like, I can just walk outside like 5 minutes and have a selection of places that will do ramen that's like amazing for like 800 yen. Like, what am I doing with all my time and like all this crap? It barely fits. I do kind of like this like ghetto ramen though. Like, there's something to be said for it. Yeah, I mean, you really got to be on like figuring out a budget to make food cheaper than somebody will make it for you. I'm just gonna go sit over at the table. Give me just a second to move all the things. Do. You're gonna have a bunch of malnutrition motherfuckers. Grandma's not gonna make it on daikon. Isn't daikon like one of those things you eat that like takes more calories to burn than it provides? That's not what you want. Yeah, Grandma was weak. Good point. Now I'm cold because I'm not like stressing out about cutting holes in the walls. Yeah, man. Yeah, wintering in Thailand, you're on the right path. Like, I know what you mean. It's going to be cheap. It's just crazy how much. I don't know how expensive it is now, but when we were there, it was just like amazingly cheap. What if there's any cow pill necessitative things in this soup? I bet there is. I bet they somehow put soup and milk in there. Yeah, I think when we were in Thailand, we did the math at one point, and we were staying in Thailand, not even staying in like the cheapest places we could find, just staying kind of like, sort of cheap. Of course, this was like 13, 14 years ago. But I think we were spending $250 a month per person. Yeah. It's crazy. I don't even notice pollen personally, so maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I don't know. Hey, look, my phone's battery is gonna die. That's exciting business. Okay. He's a little short. Man, this is gourmet. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know exactly what this cost me. Probably like 400 yen or something. So it's probably still cheaper than going out, but you mean this, like a ham? Is that close enough? It's not breakfast, bro. I made a critical mistake. I like crunched the noodles a little bit before I put them in. Just, I don't know why. So now they're all broken into a bunch of little pieces. So it's kind of like sort of in the middle. I should be using chopsticks. It's sort of in the middle. I should just be using a spoon. So how small the noodles are, they're hard to pick up with the chopsticks. Sodium. All right, so after I eat, got to get a rope, run the rope through the wall, get that set up, and then see if I can somehow finagle another rope. It's not inside of the... And that's not inside of the insulation. So what's Katie up to lately? I don't know the last time you checked in. She had that job over the winter. So that happened. She had her surgery. Today she is like doing some, it's kind of like a Japanese community thing. Like she's hanging out with a bunch of Japanese people, some communities on her thing. And no, she's just doing Katie stuff. She's been doing a lot of freelance work to try to just like bring in a little extra cash. And yeah, she had she was a tour guide for 6 weeks up in Tohoku for people that come here to go skiing. So she was like more of a logistics operator than a tour guide. She'd meet like 20 people at a train station and then take them all on a bus that was chartered to ski resorts. And they'd ski for a couple of days and move to another resort, ski for a couple of days, move to another resort, and like help them with like logistics and any translation or anything that had to happen, and like mailing their bags and stuff like at the end of the trip. So she did that for 6 weeks. So she was up in Tohoku for that entire time. And yeah, just up there doing Katie shits. And we're planning on a trip back to the States in the summer. Yeah, ski trip was fun. She's not in like actual school anymore, but she goes and does like these community classes sort of. So she basically just goes and just sits down with a Japanese person for a couple hours and just talks and gets practice through that type of communication. I think, I don't know, I don't want to speak for her, but it's feasible she will eventually start going back to school. But at the moment, she's not. Barbie, you're a freaking genius. I don't know if I have a magnet that strong, but that is probably the best. You are a freaking genius. That's a good idea. That's the solution. Yeah, I could go buy a pretty strong magnet or get a strong magnet off Amazon. No troubles. I'll show you if you're still around when I'm done eating. I'm working on like a little construction project. I didn't break these noodles up enough either. I feel like an idiot eating right now. That's too many noodles. Go conservative on your noodle intake. Important. Yeah, we don't have any plans booked yet, but it's starting to look like maybe July, August we'll be in America. Yeah, I saw somebody on the internet, I talked about this in stream recently. Somebody on the internet like tied a cable to a cat and put the cat under the deck on one side and had the cat come out of the other deck, and it ran the cable for them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm worried the cat would get stuck in the wall. Yeah, no, I have a long flexible plastic rod. The problem is it's pushing its way into the insulation, and then it's pulling itself through the insulation. So you've got wall insulation, and then the insulation has got a plastic barrier on it. I would kind of prefer that the cable runs were going between the wall and the plastic, not going through the actual insulation. I hope it was carrying Cat 6 cable. Yeah, so I mean, I've got a cable. I've got a thing through the wall. It's just running through the insulation. So I'd prefer if I didn't have it like that. But Barb's solution is good because it would keep the thing against the wall. Now. Yeah, but I'll need a badger for the wiener dog to chase. It gets complicated. There's always one more thing. Where the fuck am I getting a badger? Wiener dogs here are a dime a dozen. Badgers are harder to come by. Will a wiener dog chase a tanuki? Yeah, of the three, the hardest to come across might be a badger. Yeah, I'm trying to think. We have some magnets, but probably not magnets that strong. Maybe. I might actually have some pretty strong magnets. I have some magnets that will hold up a lot of weight, like stuck to the fridge. I might be able to do this. But if not, I'll just buy a strong magnet off Amazon. Magnets are fun anyways, you know what I mean? But at the very least, I think I'm going to be able to get my measurements for the cables here, like set. So that's kind of the goal today. There was no way I was going to finish the project today. I don't have the HDMI cables, so. Yeah, you're right. I probably could reform the rod. I think that'll be harder and less fun than the magnets. I like using magnets for stuff. It's good. That's why I'm so stoked about that maglev train. Yeah, I mean, if it falls in the wall, it would be a bummer, but it won't be the end of the world. When I pull the wire back through the insulation, it will fill the foot. No, what I'm worried about is just the HDMI cables just getting stuck on the HDMI. Or I'm sorry, getting stuck on the insulation and then like pulling the insulation up into this big ball, like at the top of the thing. You know what I mean? Like just causing like all the insulation inside the wall to just get all deformed and shit. So I'd like to try to avoid that if I can. Because like the HDMI plugs, you know what I mean? They're kind of chunky. They'll definitely fit, but I'm just trying to think of the way to do it the cleanest. But yeah, I think Barb's idea is the best. That's why we keep Barb on the payroll. Yeah, I'm probably going to get the string installed today. Once that's installed, pulling the cables will be trivial. So today is going to be get a string through there and then figure out how long all of my cables are going to need to be. And then order them on it. See what I have. If I've got cables, then I'm good. But I don't think I will. Like I'm gonna have to like tear apart the entertainment center and see if I have any like or maybe I have like long ones that are like bundled up that I've just forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We're gonna make another video about the house at some point too. Like, here's the improvements we did to the house so far. That kind of thing. Yeah. Can't keep Katie down. Katie likes doing bad stuff. Oh, that's a lot of sodium. Yeah, the house is dope. I mean, the only thing I don't like about the house is the insulation fucking sucks. That's my only complaint. The insulation in the windows are terrible. Like in the winter, it's cold. Yes, that's exactly what I'm worried about. Yeah, and I have to run like, I think 4 HDMI cables. That was all right. All right. I got some new cables for the Bella box too. We're actually testing those right now. Seems like everything's going good. But I had to get the Dremel tool out and like grind off the tips of the cables so they'd fit on my battery. Because there's always got to be some sort of problem. But it's kind of fun when you can make a solution. Okay, I'll show you. So this is the Bella box. This is the new encoder. And these cables, these gray cables, these are our new cables. So this is the power cable to go to the Bella box, and this is for the powered USB hub. And they have to both fit onto this battery. But you can probably tell, like if you look at them closely, that they've kind of been grinded down. Hold on, focus. Maybe it won't focus because of the reflection. Yeah, it's freaking out because it's reflective. Maybe there. Anyway, it's kind of hard to tell. Anyway, so I had to like use the Dremel tool to cut the tips off because like the tips extended like too far, so these things wouldn't fit on the fucking battery. I got them and I was like, these are the perfect cables, perfect length, nice quality. And then I was like, ugh. But yeah, I'm happy with them now. They seem like they're going to be like more secure. Sometimes on the motorbike, the old cables would like come out because it was like too much crap and they weren't bent the right way and stuff. But I think the way we have things wired now, we're going to be in good shape and it will be less likely for things to come unplugged while that Bella box bounces around. So I need to order another set of those cables so that I have a spare. Yeah, the rod itself is already running through the insulation, but it's small enough that it's not just like making just huge mess. But I'm worried about the HDMI cable. Like it's not the end of the world. Like it probably would be okay, but if I could do it cleaner, I'd like to. That's the point. So, and I like this idea about magnets, and I think I have magnets that I can do this with. So we're gonna give it a go. Yeah, like these things. These are pretty strong. It might not be strong enough. I don't want to lose this. I can't. It's hard to replace. This is just big, obviously. If I tied a string to that, it might work through the wall. Do I have something similar? How thick is wall? Probably not. Probably gonna need a stronger magnet. Yeah, I don't think these are going to be strong enough. They're really strong stuck together. It is an outside wall. Sorry, I'm just like sticking magnets to shit. There's gotta be something here. Found a pretty strong magnet, but maybe this will work. It's working through the chair. Ah, bummer. Trying to think about everything. Oh, that's a good idea. Good get all drywall laid out. Yeah, I kind of think I'll have to buy, if I want to do this, I'll probably have to buy some sort of industrial magnet. Yeah, probably. That's how thick a wall is in Japan. How thick is wall? How thick is wall, you ask? It is
10, 15, I guess. You can't see the numbers. Hold on. I'm not good at math. So, yeah, 15 centimeters, I guess.
But yeah, nothing I've tested looks like it's even going to come close to being able to do that. Ooh, this is pretty big. It's not the cable, it's the plug. And I mean, I might be overthinking it. It's possible. Yeah, I mean, you can get thin cables, sure, but like you can't get thin. But the plug is gonna have to be a plug. You know what I mean? Like you can't make the plug smaller, otherwise you're using micro HDMI. Fuck that. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab some string. Some string is what we need next. Let's go upstairs. Do-do-do. String. Look at this lens I bought recently. It's a telescope. It's been all cloudy though. I haven't had a chance to play with it. The hardest part about this might be trying to find some string. I know it exists in the house someplace, but I think it's possible I don't know where. It's all towels and stuff. There's like a bag of diarrhea that I hate that is somewhere. It's like this big bag of unorganized garbage. Everybody's got the bag. You know the bag. Everybody's got the bag. I just don't know where it is. Fuck. It's like one of these things Katie would be like, oh, it's blah. It's right here. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? Am I stupid? Yeah, she does. It's all electronics. Like, I know it's here. It's the same twine we use to like run our laundry, and I'll just use one of those if I have to. There's a bunch of fucking USB cables in here. Oh, hi.
Congratulations. Yeah, man, when I pull it through, I'll keep that in mind. Like, you don't put it at the tip. I got you. I just, wow, I just found a bunch of cables that I didn't know I had. That's kind of nice. Fuck. Where's this big bag of diarrhea? Yeah, Nick, but you gotta live in America. Like, my walls don't have to be bulletproof, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Fuck, where is this? Like, it's like this bag of crap that I fucking despise, and it's usually in here, but it's not. And that means that I've either put it somewhere else or Katie's moved it and gotten it away from me so I don't rage every time I see it. Be smart on her side. See if I can get a hold of her. It's kind of a mess in there. I don't just want to go digging through all her stuff like willy-nilly. But I'll just take this twine down off the ceiling and we'll figure out some ceiling twine. Like there might be some in here someplace. There's like sewing stuff, but that's not going to cut the mustard. That's not going to do the biscuits in. So, need something a little more heavy duty. And sewing string. And she just might be busy right now, so she might not reply. It's like a frisbee, envelopes. Glue gun. Soldering iron. We have a soldering iron? It's like stationary stuff. Oh, good. Yeah, I think the thing is, I think as soon as I put weight on that, it'll just break. Yeah, I don't know where this fucking bag of stuff went. Oh well. Alright, we're taking the twine off the ceiling and we're just going to use that. Whatever, I think it'll be long enough. It's just like a laundry string. Floss is no way. Floss breaks on my teeth all the time. You can't. You working for Big Floss? Floss sucks. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where this. We have like a bundle. It's like tape and
string and just like a bunch of annoying bullshit in a bag. I don't know where it is. All right, I've got a string that's, I don't know, 3 meters. Should be enough. Don't know if I have tape. Yeah, man, my hole is great. I have the best holes. You must get earth jack of wall constant. This is only for HDMI. Okay, so I've got a string, and the goal is to get the string through the hole. And I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of YOLO the first go and see what happens. I hate tape. I hate finding the starting point. It's like raises my blood pressure. And then, you know those like packing tape things that you guys have in North America? I cannot find one here. Like they make the really shitty ones. But you can't get like those really good ones that you guys are used to in North America that I can find. I don't understand. We have one. I don't even know how to use it. It's so weird and floppy. It's just terrible. It takes 45 fucking minutes to get the tape started. All right. I'm just gonna pull it up. It was me. But it should just... Okay. I'm not sticking it to the wall. Thoughts and prayers. Woohoo! Look at that. Now we got a cable going through the... Now we can floss the wall. I'm not sticking anything to the wall. That I am. Well, right now it's just my rope. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah, dude. It'll be able to play Sonic any moment now. Ah! official. We now have string in the wall. Sweet. Okay, so theoretically, I will be able. Now I gotta think this one out. Like, how am I going to measure all of this out? Like, so the TV rotates. It is going through the insulation. We're just going to deal with it for now. I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to maybe buy and do your. I might try your idea. I might try your idea eventually if I feel like I need to. I don't know. I need to think about it, but I don't have the way. I don't have any way to do it any other way at the moment. So this is just what we're going to go with for now. So I gotta figure out how long my HDMI cables all need to be, because the TV needs to be able to extend out from the wall and rotate. How can this work? Like, how can I do the measurements on this so that I have enough slack? So like the cables are going to come out of the wall, and I'm going to attach them to the mount on the TV, like kind of like back here, so that any motion that happens from the television doesn't pull on the cable in the wall. Because I need to have enough flex left inside of the cable to allow the TV to maneuver in all of the positions that are possible for the TV to need to be maneuvering. So I'm going to... I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some zip ties. I have an idea. Yeah, and a ground around somewhere. I'm not running electrical. I'm running HDMI. Okay. So let's pretend this cable is hooked. HDMI over HDMI. Like it's an HDMI cable. What? I don't need to have, it's not a, 電気じゃなかった。電気じゃないのよ。HDMI だけ。Okay, so can the TV extend and rotate with that amount of cable? That's, I think, the farthest this cable would need to go, and I killed it. Shit. Well, that cable's dead. Hopefully the jack on the TV is okay. That'd be a bummer because that's the arc plug and the only one. The wall is okay. Yeah, no, I'm not doing any of that business. So that's one dead cable. So it'll probably be room to rotate this here. Okay. All right, so I need to have this distance to from this point to the TV for seemingly all of the cables. Yeah, like seriously, I just broke this cable. Fucking moron. Okay, so about 130 centimeters. Or millimeters, whatever. Rakana, I don't think you understand what I'm doing. I'm running HDMI cables in the wall. Like, they go in the bottom. Like down here. HDMI cable in, HDMI cable out. Up top. So there's no electricity or anything like that. I don't have to worry about any of that. It's just for data. So the cable needs to be 130 from like this point. So now you measure here to the floor. Exactly. Okay, so this distance is going to be, it's going to have flex. This is where there's going to have to be a little bit of motion because this is going to move a lot. So where did that shitty cable go? It's okay. Okay. So then The farthest that I would ever put this thing, I guess, would be like kind of like that. So just this distance. And that's going to be 25 to be safe. And that gets us to the wall hole. And then hole to hole is 85. And then wall to electronics is going to be probably, each one is going to be a little different. It's not gonna break. Why? I don't know why you think it's gonna break. There's a stud here. It's bolted into a stud. It's fine. Don't worry, I got this. Okay, so 130, 25, 85 down. I don't know what they mean. I'm not too worried about it. It'll be okay. I'll actually do like let's make this 100. Let's make this 95 just to be safe. That'll get me all the way to the floor. And then some of these things go up and some of these things go down. You kind of don't want to take apart the entire entertainment center to measure out all these cables. You know what I mean? It's going to be kind of a bitch. So, let's see, what are we at? Calculator. Thank you. Plus 25. No, this is the living room. So I'm at 250. Another 50 is not going to be enough. Like, because like they're going to sell 3-meter cables, and do they sell 4-meter cables? Like what size and where? At what point do I have to worry about HDMI degradation? Because do I have to go from 3 meters to like 10 or some goofy shit? So it goes from 3 meters to 4.6. For, let's see here. It says don't go longer than 3 meters at 4K. Well, fuck. I don't think 3 meters is going to do the business. Like it's got to get inside of the entertainment center is the problem, and like get to like the devices. Something's frustrating. I'm going to see if I have a 3-meter cable that I can use as a test to see if it's going to reach.
Let's see. I think I have I know I have a 3-meter HDMI cable that I stream with, but it's not, it wouldn't be like permanent. I couldn't use it permanently. But I could use it as a test. How long is this fucker? That feels like 2 meters. No, this is probably 3 meters. I might have a solution for testing. I am my landlord. What are you talking about? Okay. We're just going to give this a test. See how it goes. Yep, it's a house we own. You can, okay. Let's find out what happens. The house is attached to the mortgage. Okay, so I folded it over to make it easier, and it just like tore in a weird way. So now it's just a nightmare. Like it's fucking, this tape is terrible. And now I'm just back to like trying to get it restarted because it just like, you know what I mean? It didn't stay together. It just ripped apart. Shitty fucking tape. ISO bullshit. Maddening. It's fucking maddening. All right. Yeah, what I'm worried about is happening. Like pulling it up through the insulation, this is not going to happen. It just gets stuck. Fuck. The tape sucks. Trying to run HDMI cables in the walls. Getting angry. Yeah, it didn't even come close to working. It's just because it's so chunky, it's going through the insulation, it gets stuck. Shit, I don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna go upstairs and get any other tape
I got some electrical tape upstairs. It won't be such a pain in the ass. Yeah, terrible foreigners not being able to do stuff. Dang foreigners. Yeah, I'll try it from the top. But I kind of get like a foot from, like it's going to end up just turning around. It's like I feel like I should tie it, like wrap it as tightly around the front of it as I can. So it doesn't just turn into a bundle of bullshit inside of the wall. This tape might be better. You think I got 80 centimeter chopsticks, bro? Dipping into the dumplings from the other side of the room. Yeah, I ran it with a stick, but that's not going to be... It's really kind of hard to get the stick through the wall. The string is very easy to pull through the wall. It's just a matter of getting something to come with it. This might be working. There we go. That worked. Let's see. Okay. So cable came through. And I'm not dealing with that bullshit tape anymore, so my life is better. I hate that packing tape. All right. So we have officially our first cable in the wall. And it's not going to stay there because it's not the right cable, but this is for a test. So this needed to be 130 centimeters from here. Yeah, I don't think 3 meters is gonna cut the business. We're gonna need more cable. We'll see if we can make it work. I hope I can, because I don't really want to have to deal with getting like HDMI. At the ceiling, basically. Okay. It's HDMI. Okay. So that gives me, It's really not that long on the other end. Maybe this will be okay. Gives me 70, just under 70 centimeters. What is happening, guys? What are you guys doing? Let's see. It's not. No, はい、違う。テレビの HDMI ケーブル。ちょっと待って。このケーブル。このタイプ。ミニディスク。タコサラダの日本語はいいの。ゆるキャンプが大好きだから、ゆるキャンプとか、セーラームーンとか、ソープランドも大好きです。Okay, let's see if we can make this all work. This fucking fat bastard. Oh god, I'm gonna have to run the Wii controller. I gotta run the Wii. I hope the Wii cable thing is long enough, otherwise how am I gonna play my Wii games? Fuck, I got stuck underneath the thing. I had to run my Wii sensor bar to the wall. Okay. What the fuck? I can't feel the hole for the back of the entertainment center. So basically, what's going to end up happening is I'm not going to be able to move the entertainment center out from the wall. That's the part that's just going to suck. Like, things will just going to be plugged in kind of like permanently. Kind of sucks. Katie is busy today. Okay, so I don't need to change this cable because it goes into a switcher. I have to remember like how I wired everything down here 2 years ago when we moved in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through this. Well, I don't know. Seems like a dude thing. I don't think women deal with this bullshit. I don't know how women get their TVs working. I wish I knew because it seems easier. Gotta make sure my Donkey Konga Junga beat drums all work in the setup. It's true. The fuck is this? I need a flashlight. Where can I get a flashlight? It's not on my phone because my phone is charging. The problem is that when you run HDMI over 3 meters, it starts to degrade in quality apparently when you run it when you want to push a 4K signal. So I don't want to do it because I don't want my 4K business looking like shit. Not that anything down here really pushes 4K. It's like a Switch and a PlayStation 3. Maybe it doesn't matter. Ugh. Jesus Christ, it's dusty. Well, I don't want to buy a bunch of cables that are going to suck. Like, I got to buy them. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend $40 on cables and be like, well, it all sucks. I'd like to do it right. Okay, so this cable will reach 3 meters. That one's okay. I gotta get one all the way to this TV though, or to this computer. Where's that little fucker? Cable going into the wall's fabric, right? Let's see. Yeah. I don't want to spend Ichiman on a dude to run a cable that I can run. Given that, it's already what I'm doing. But it doesn't work for everything because you can't run you can't run a PS3 through one of these fucking muxer boxes because of the fucking Sony DRM whatever stupid shit. So you have to run a special cable for the PS3 and you got to run a special. It's fucking goddamn Sony. Yeah, okay, so now I buy another $100 muxer box. That's not
not exactly what I'm into. More tabata. Okay, so a 3-meter cable, I can get to there. It's just going to limit how much I can pull this off the wall, which isn't like a huge deal, but it's just something to think about. Like, I just got to keep that in mind so I don't yank something off the wall and break it. And I think that we can get a 3-meter cable to that one. We can get one to this one. And the other thing that needs to go up is the Sony, the PlayStation. And it is, that might be challenging because it is sort of closer. Let's see. Where's the HDMI jack? Okay, it's right there. Okay, good. It's on this side of the PlayStation, so it should reach. And then, can somebody just really quick, I don't have to take it apart, can somebody Google and figure out how long is the cable for the IR sensor bar for a Wii? It's really long, right? Isn't it like 6 meters or some crazy shit? It's just all bundled up and hard for me to figure out. Because that would be the only other thing, and it has to go into the Wii U. I don't think it's way longer. No, it's not a big deal. It's got to be longer than 3 meters. There's no way. Okay, so the next thing is, do I already own any 3-meter HDMI cables? I don't think I do. This would be the closest one. Correct? Donkey Konga. Katie would. I'm way more likely. If you think it's because of cleaning, she doesn't clean things. I clean things. Like, I am way more likely to move this cabinet. She probably would be afraid to touch it, to be honest. GameCube のソフト、ドンキーコンガというソフトです。知ってますか？ Okay. Alright. GameCube は、ドンキーコング天皇の音楽ゲームがあります。ドンキーコンガと言います。DK Jungle? I thought it was Donkey Konga. I thought it was called Donkey Konga. Am I wrong? What's the Japanese name? Yeah, aren't there a bunch of them? Okay, we're gonna do it. So we need to buy 3 HDMI cables. 3 HDMI cables that are 3 meters and 1 that is 4 meters. Because one of them is going to be
maybe. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cables. Do all HDMI cables do ARC? Or do I have to be worried about ARC not functioning? And I need to get the you can run the Wii cable through the wall right now. Fuck it. Let's get that set up. Huzzah! It's free! Wire snips. Okay, see you later. Woo! Alright guys, the first official cable is going to go through the wall. Just realized I also have to run the electrical line. Like the cable's power plug. The cable. The television's power plug. I don't know how long it is. Okay. This could be problematic. I don't think this is going to be. It doesn't look 3. It looks 2 meters long. Yeah, there's no fucking way that's 3 meters. So probably a 3 meter extension cord too. I don't want that plug to happen inside the wall for sure. So I'll just bundle this onto the back of the TV and then run the extension cord through the wall instead of running the power. Like I just don't want to have that obviously light a fire. Fire bad, bad, fire bad, bad. So this is just gonna be like a fucking pile of shit for a couple days while I wait for cables. And I also needed a three HDMI or 4 HDMI, 3 meter. I don't know if I have a cat. The TV is always the TV is hardwired with a LAN cable as well. So I need to see if my LAN cable is already 3 meters or if I need to buy a new LAN cable. You guys see me down there? Okay. So I think I have everything I need to order. Three-meter LAN cable, 4 HDMI cables, and 1 power cable. And then I will be able to run all of the things. Carol Ann is in the TV. Carolyn. Carol Ann? What? Okay. So at this point, I'm just going to get a towel and clean the rest of the drywall. There's some like dust still kind of like dangling around back here. I've never seen that. I don't really think I've ever actually seen a scary movie before. Kind of not into it. Okay, and then I'm going to push this back, order some cables, and then in a couple days be able to finish this up. If it's a scary movie, I'm not into it. Okay. That's plugged in. I think this is going into the HDMI thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch movies. Ain't nobody got time for that. I did go see Jurassic Park again recently, and I was surprised at how actually a little bit scary that movie is. Like, it's not like terrifying, but it's scarier than I remembered it. It's like kind of intense. Okay, so we could run this down there now and have our first official cable run. We'll get that done now. God, I hate tape. There's got to be a better way. Even the electrical tape's giving me a hard time now. I know I do this to myself. Well, the other one I did not. That's the shitty tape. Dude, I can't find the start of it again. There we go. Okay. So just tape the shit out of the cord. This is the cable I'm a little worried about too, just by nature of how thin it is. Well, you can feel it where it enters this insulation. It's fucking stuck. Didn't work. It's exactly what I was worried about. It just like slides along the rope. I knew the insulation would be a pain in the ass. Like the point at which you can feel where it enters the insulation. And at that point, it just stops coming along on the rope. There we go, came through that time. Big chunks of insulation are coming out.
bent over like this is killing me. This is pretty hard to cut off here now without cutting the cable on the Wii sensor bar cable is really thin. So I'm like a little nervous. I'm going to snip it. Okay, got it. Okay. And it doesn't look like there's any holes in it, which is good news. That is our first official cable. Run through the wall. Like the one that's going to stay there. So I'm going to pull the other cable out because it's not going to stay there. That was easy. And I'm kind of done for today. So I think I'm going to find somebody to raid. And then I'm going to clean up my mess and then get on Amazon. Yeah, we got one cable done. And the rest will be on order. And I only killed one cable today, which is, I'll take it. I'll take only killing one cable. And I have like an hour and a half of cleaning shit to do now. All right. This was a bit of a strange one today. I think everybody hanging out. I'm not sure when we'll stream again. Sunday for sure, but anything else than that, I don't know. This weekend's kind of my birthday stream, I guess, too, because I'll be turning older next week, Wednesday or something. Stream manager, raid channel. Yeah, it probably was the easiest one of all. I know. I'm ready for that. All right, see you later, tacos. Here, let's just raid Hitch. Hitch is doing a cycling tour of Korea right now. So he is on his own, first off, and he is cycling like for months inside of Korea and doing some sort of stamp rally. And he camps and does everything like on his own. No support bands. It's a respectable situation he's got going on. He's a cool streamer though. Like I kind of look up to him as like you can do things like without being an idiot and still be a streamer. You know what I'm saying?
He's not Johnny Somali, let's put it that way. So anyway, we're gonna rate him with our little group here. He's already got a pretty big crew, but yeah, he seems like a decent guy. That's all the jerking off I can do of him. Ooh. Yeah, his streams are good. I definitely agree. Very chill stuff. Gives you a real good insight into what his experience is like. And it's like accessible and stuff. So yeah, check him out. All right, guys. I'm a little worn out now. All of this brain power I used. See you later.